At number 3, that put a very smart move.
It was actually a move that the captain came up with. Shreyas thought on that sort of pitch against that bowling attack that it'd be the right thing to, if a wicket fell early, to send Inglis in. We felt that Mayank would bowl early on, and if you look at the way he bowls, he generally bowls reasonably short, and that's one of Inglis's great strengths. As you saw tonight, those pull shots were pretty amazing. Straight away. So, yeah, that was what the captain wanted to do. It then also allows us to have, Iyer, Wadera and Shashank through the middle of the innings, which is what we thought would be crucial for us in tonight's game as well. So, yeah, I mean, it was probably a surprise call for LSG to see him go out, and it paid off for us tonight. So once we got off to I think we were 70 odd at the end of the power play. All the momentum was going with us, and you see with our batting, we've got someone like Asmatullah at number 9, so we bat really, really deep, and it allows our top order to play with a lot of freedom, and they did that tonight. And they, to bat first and get that sort of total was a great effort.
Any thoughts on the way Simon has been batting this season?
Yeah, look, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? Him and Priyansh have got us off to some great starts in the tournament. They both, before today, had both made 350 runs each for the tournament. I sort of challenged both of the openers in the team meeting today for one of them to go on and get a 100 in this match, and unfortunately, Prab fell a little bit short of that. But look, all we've done with our batting group, we're just given some really clear direction of the way that we want them to play, to understand how important top order partnerships are in this competition. And we know that if Priyansh and Prab get going together, that they can be ultra destructive. Priyansh mainly probably more against the faster bowlers, and Prab's as good a hitter or spin as anybody going around. So they complement each other really well, being left hand, right hand, and one probably being slightly better against the quicks, and another against spin. So look, it's a really good combination. And that's when we sat down as a group, heading in, thinking about our auction strategy and the players that we wanted to retain. I think you're starting to see why I was so keen to retain Prab Simran. He's a very, very good young player, and he's very keen to bring success to this team, and that showed with the way that he played tonight.
Hi, Ricky sir. How will you describe us bowling today and stayed third over, and that clicked very well?
Yeah, once again, great stuff by the captain to bowl him that third over. I think once we had we got the 2 early wickets, and then I think Rishabh and Pooran together, I think Shreyas understood how important it was to try and break that partnership early. So he gave Arshdeep the third over, and bang, he knocks Pooran over. And at that stage, with Pooran out and them being 3 down inside the power play, it was always going to be hard work for them to get back into the game. So I think Arshdeep is a bit like Prab, actually. I think he's got better and better every game. As this tournament's gone on, he's got better and better. I think he's got more confident. He's starting to get those power play wickets now that we know that he can with that brand new ball. I think his first over tonight really set the tone for our bowling innings. It was a fantastic first over. The ball bounced and moved around. So, he's a star, no doubt about it, and we're very lucky to have him in our team.
Last 2 questions. And your thoughts on the second home for Punjab?
So far, so good. 1 game, 1 win. We won't complain too much. I mean, what I liked tonight was the crowd and the atmosphere in the stadium. I mean, it's a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful stadium. But what we want to do here is make sure that we're winning our home games. This is our home ground. This is not like somewhere we're just turning up to play. We've got 3 games here, and we want to make this a ground that opposition teams find it hard to play on. And we understand the conditions, and we play well here. So it was a great start for us tonight. As I said, there was a great crowd. We play Delhi here in a couple of days, another good team in this tournament. I'm sure we'll get a good crowd again, and hopefully the boys can do the same job again.
Team is also thinking about the net run rate, but Ayush Bani did something wrong.
Badoni did something wrong with, what do you mean?
About net run rate.
Ours?
Yes.
Oh, look, I think we let a few runs slip away late in the game. I don't think our bowling in our last 10 overs was as good as it could have been. That's something that we'll talk about tonight and hopefully address before our next game. I thought our new ball bowling, like our first 8, 9, 10 overs were outstanding. Samad and then Badoni sort of found themselves in a situation where they had nothing to lose. They had to come out and hit, and they did, and they put our bowlers under pressure. And I'm not sure we responded quite as well as we could have. So, but all in all, it's it's another very, very good team win. It's a win that takes us up to second on the table now, and it's our first win here in Dharamshala for the season. So all in all, a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thanks.